Hi, I'm going to show you how to make George, Peppa Pig's little brother. I've got photos on the blog for making Peppa Pig so that you can see, if you prefer to not listen to me and watch me, you can see the video sequence of making Peppa Pig. The whole family is basically the same. I just thought I'd do a video making one of them just so that you can see the difference. And we're also going to show you in this tutorial how to do Daddy Pig, because I'm going to do him lying down on a muddy puddle, so I'll sort of show you part of that as well. So you need for George, you need the blue for his body, you need sort of a pale pink colour for his face and his arms, a bit of black for his feet, a bit of a stronger pink than the face pink to do those sort of red circle things on his cheek. And then I've got a little bit of green to make his dinosaur. Harry's got that little tiny dinosaur that goes with him. A bit of white for the eyes. I'm not sure if there's anything else. Anyway. Okay. I've got my Peppa here resting against... I just knocked one of the ears off, which is a bit annoying. Just so I can sort of get the scale of George's body right. Now I've mixed Tylo in with all of these. Basically, we just want to roll out a body for George. He's pretty little, so circle is fine. Just put that. Basically, want a circle. It's basically just a circle. Okay, now to do the legs, grab some of the pale pink, and I'm going to use my sugar shaper to squeeze out a thin line. Okay, I'm using the same thickness for Peppa's legs, and then I'm just going to stretch it out a little bit so that, because obviously his legs are going to be a lot smaller. Okay, so I'll just sort of stretch and roll it. Then it's basically a matter of just chopping out 2 little legs. Keep the rest for his arms. Just fix up the end, because the end is going to look where you've chopped it off. So just sort of fix it up. And okay, and then flatten what's going to sit under the body. And then grab a bit of water. Let's put his little body on the legs. Okay, to make the little shoes, get 2 balls the same size, and you're basically rolling it into sort of a flattened oval shape. So start by doing your circle, and then just thin it out. Oh, oops. And just kind of stick it up with some I'll show you a better look of it, sorry. There we go, you can kind of see how his shoes are sitting on that way. Okay, so for the head you need to roll out your pink, sort of measure it up and make sure it's, you know, roughly about the size you need. Now, the shape you are after, this is the tricky part. Roll a circle and then make it into a teardrop shape. So see, I sort of have a teardrop shape. Now, go like that to sort of flatten it out so that sort of starts to make that shape. Now, they sort of have the mouth part, the chin part underneath, so you just need to push it up like that. If your fondant's nice and soft, it's kind of okay. And sort of make, can you see how I'm sort of making that underneath there? So that, see, it's like that. Now, you then need to keep sort of playing around with it. So you don't want it to look like Gonzo, is that Sesame Street character? You can keep sort of tapping it down like that to make sure that part stays flat. You kind of want... And the other thing is sometimes, the mouth is kind of looking upwards. The nose thing or whatever that is. So you just sort of play around with it till you're happy that you've kind of got a bit of a, need to make sure this part's down a bit. So you just keep... So that, I'm quite happy with that. I may sort of move that up a bit like that. Keep playing around with it. So it doesn't look quite as good. So you want to keep it kind of rounded on this side and then have the little mouth part. Okay, I'm kind of going to work in front of George just because it's easier. I'm going to stick in my toothpick. It's just easier for me to do it that way. Oh, hi Molly. And then put a bit of water.
Oh, Georgie Pig.
Does it look like George?
Yeah.
Good. Okay, and then sort of stick it on. Make sure you sort of keep his face looking upwards.
Mummy.
So it's like that.
Mama, I can put this back.
Hang on a second, honey bun.
I can put this back.
I might use it a bit later.
Mama, I can put this back.
Thanks.
Where does
Okay,
this
and
go?
I'm going to just leave that there to dry before I draw the bits of his face on. Okay, I've got a much thinner bit to do the arms. Just chop that up. And as you can see with Peppa, it's basically just, one straight bit with two little tiny bits on it. So cut them the same. And then you need to do 4 little tiny bits. And then just stick them together. Okay, I've just stuck on George's hands, his arms and hands, put the little circles on and got his eyes on. So the rest of his face just needs to be drawn on with an edible marker, which I'll probably do later tonight or in the morning. Okay, I've just, see I just snapped his leg off actually as I was lifting him up. Anyway, that's fine, that will stick back together. I've just drawn like his little mouth and the nostrils and put his eyes on, just using edible markers.
Okay, so that is the end of George. You can see him there next to Peppa. Oh, sorry. Just want to show you sort of what he's like from the side and up.
Okay, this is my daddy pig. Oh dear, whoops. Okay, so I left the head sort of resting for a while. That's just a fresh body. I'm going to roll out I'm going to need to put a toothpick in here so that when the body hardens, it can just easily insert itself there. I'm going to roll out my muddy puddle and put that down, and then I'm going to do the legs. I'll show you what it looks like. Okay, so I've just rolled out my brown for my muddy puddle, and just to get the sort of the puddle shape, I'm just going to use some circle cutters just to sort of go around and make my shape before I put Daddy Pig's body in it. Okay, so I've just stuck Daddy Pig's head on, and then you can see I've just got a bit of toilet paper there because I don't want his head to be fully back on the muddy puddle. So this will just help it dry. It's going to be stuck there. You can sort of see, his whiskers and stuff that way. So the last thing is to attach his arms and legs. Okay, so I've got Daddy Pig's arms. I just used a nut, squeezed out this using my sugar shaper, and then I just chopped that. I just thought it was easier than trying to stick the little bits on. Over here I've made my holes, and I'm just going to put some water and I'll put the arms in. I'm going to wait for the legs till a bit later, I think tomorrow, just so they're fully hardened. I'm just worried that the shoe might fall off. But yeah, so I'll put the arms on tonight. Okay, so this is a finished cake. I'm actually transporting the cake in the car. I will show full tutorials for the top part. But yeah, this is what the cake looks like. There'll be better photos on the blog.